What's up, baby dolls? Selling. We're going to speak about selling and taking profit. Obviously, it's completely up to you, but I want to start by telling you that we've got a bit of a sticky situation here. There is market consensus right now everywhere. Everyone has a Bitcoin target between $100K to $250,000. Everyone, literally every single person. So it's giving me deja vu from 4 years ago, right? Which means either we don't hit 100, like imagine we just stop at 95K, that'd be funny, or will it? There's either that part, or we go up to around 100, 120, whatever it is, and then we go sideways, and everyone thinks a bear market's coming, and we start what we think is a bear market, but then something takes us out, and we continue to be right translated. This is the range, okay? This is the range. You have 100K down here, around 100, about 250K up there. Now, why I'm speaking to you about selling is because in my posts, this one specifically, which I've gone through, and there's more to come, friends, in this shoot up, okay? In this shoot up, so this is the others index, okay? And what I've done is I've basically just brought it up to a fib extension from this range. And it brings others to about 1 trillion. Now, that's others includes all the altcoins outside of top 10. So this distance is a 4x move. All right, that's a 4x. See how you go 1 trillion, 300% move? That's 4x. So you don't know what your whole portfolio is going to do in that 4x of the index. There are people stacked in one coin. It's only going to go at 2x. Just 2. Maybe XRP. I don't know. Hopefully XRP, does more than that. But there's also going to be people who have fluked another coin and they're not going to get a 4. They're going to get like a 40. You don't know who it's going to be. You don't know what coins it's going to be. But for your overall portfolio, you don't need to look at your number. We're looking at others. All right. And others up here, as it starts to move up here, I'm just telling you that the fate of our cycle seems to be coming down to this. Bitcoin, will it stop around 100 or around 250? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just show you the chart. Bitcoin, if it stops around 100 up here, and then it has a retracement, and everyone thinks the bull market's over, this drop, it's going to be very painful for altcoins. They're going to drop like what they did this year, which is 80%. All right, 80%. So in this zone up here, you might find something like Pulse, PulseX, Hex, Inc. They do 10x. You might find that, okay? They do 10x. But then as this drops back down here, now they're up only a 2x. So they drop 80%. So this whole video, I'm here to just inform you that you can't decide what you want to do up there with 100% confidence, because it's most likely you don't want to get out. No one wants to get out, because you're looking at that price. You're like, dude, that's only like a 30 billion ecosystem. That's smaller than Hex alone, what it did in 2021. Hex went to about 50 billion. So why is this thing going to stop at 30 billion? So that's why I'm just telling you that's an Achilles heel. Now, don't worry about the wider marketplace. People will come in. I'll be drowned out. Don't worry about that, okay? I'm here to help you. I'm here to tell you, you can make it, but you need to be able to weather any storm. And to weather any storm, I'm just telling you that it might be advantageous for you, before it gets too heated now, before things go up too much, is you, not financial advice, whatever coins you want, you buy more now in spot coins and you call it your Jeet Stack. Now, shout out to Mr. Jin Quintus. He made this. He's called it the Jeet Stack. It's called the Jeet Stack. So actually, I'll write it down here, friends, because it's really important, okay? Your Jeet Stack. All right, that's what it is. It's a really, really good name. That's what it is. So that's how I like to operate, friends. So some people, they don't like paying taxes. I go, bro, let me do you a favor, okay? Whatever portfolio you got, add 30% today. Okay, just add 30% of your whole bags. That's what you're going to give the government when you're done, okay? I don't want to see you locked up later on because you screwed this up and you want to live on this anarchist island, okay? Not going to go pretty for you. So That's your Jeet Stack. You can get a Jeet Stack, friends, to cover your taxes. You can remember, it has to be spot, no leverage. You don't put it on Bybit or anything else, okay? So that Jeet Stack, friends, as an example, now remember, man, everyone's in different altcoins. Everyone's got different opinions. But this is Pulse. And if you got a Jeet Stack here today and it did a 10x, it would be around up here, okay? It goes wee, pop. So from that world play out, remember, friends, no one's going to tell you what's coming next. No one's going to know. They're all going to speak words and they're going to say higher, higher, higher. And trust me, I'm going to be yelling higher too. You're not going to know what comes around the corner. Look what happened earlier this year, by the way. Pulse Chain was pumping. Everything. Richard Hart started fighting the corrupt SEC. Look what ended up happening. It goes and drops 85%. You see that? That wasn't pretty, was it? There you go, 85%. So what I'm now going to do is just show you, okay, what if we got up here and we're sitting here? Okay, you're just sitting at this point. I'm now informing you that you will not know what comes around the corner. But if you have a Jeet Stack, you can program yourself as a strategy and say, I'm going to take my Jeet Stack that I promised myself I would take out. And that Jeet Stack is going to mentally cover anything that can happen after this point. So after this point, friends, if we stop out, we could drop 80% down again. It could happen. It could go like this. And then it goes back up. That's possible, all right? That's what you're protecting against. Because you don't know Bitcoin at 100K. If it's going to hit 250, is it going to hit it in like 4 months or a year and a half? Okay, hopefully it hits it. I don't want to say never hit it. Okay, if it's only 3 to 4 months, that's okay. Because Bitcoin is ranging next year. Maybe it pings 100, then 70, then 105, back to 80, whatever. And then it finally goes. That's okay. But you don't know how long that's going to take, right? What if it pings from 100, 70, 100 again, comes back down to like 50? Something's just a wipeout. You don't know. You don't know. But if you have a Jeet Stack that you're getting out here, just your Jeet Stack, you have protected yourself from one, being upset that you didn't sell anything, number one. And number two, just in case you got credit card bills, you have life expenses, you just need to weather the storm, friends. Because I'm telling you now, there is no free lunch in markets, okay? We're going to be here every single day. You're going to be watching it like a hawk with me. We are not going to get this scenario where the rest of the world economy is doing great and there's peace everywhere and crypto's just shitting the bed. You're not going to get that world. I promise you, if we actually go up and we have a deep retracement here, I promise you down here, there's going to be a good reason to sell. People are going to say, Bitcoin rejected off 100K, and the cycle's over, 4-year cycle, it's all over, reset 3.5 years. They're going to throw everything at you. But at least you took out something of your Jeet Stack to at least survive. That's what I'm letting you just basically get informed about. Now, what if the Jeet Stack is not needed? Well, then you get mega turbo rich anyway. You just goes, whee! Okay, that can happen. If that happens, sweet. Then it just hits all the targets. Like you make a monstrous amount from here. But that part's easy, man. It's that part that you just want to be protecting yourself against, okay? So what I'm talking to you about, and now you get to see it, right? Your Jeet Stack, friends, that is what you're pretty much, what I'm just telling you, this is what you have to do now. You can't get it up here, friends, okay? Because look, don't make me regret it, okay? Because this happens every single time. I'm talking about it now, no one listens. Then, Pulse Chain's going to do this. Everyone goes, hey, I'm now going to get a Jeet Stack. I'm like, bro, you're only going to get a 2x to the freaking target. You don't get a Jeet Stack buying through the highs. That's not the Jeet Stack, man. Now you got to go turbo long in. It's not a Jeet Stack anymore. You know, because you put in 10 grand up here, you're not going to get out your freaking shitty 2x, okay? Because everyone's going to be saying, you're not taking out a 2x. It's going higher. Trust me, everyone's going to be yelling that, all right? But if you had a tiny amount down here, you put it in another wallet, you go, okay, that's my Jeet Stack wallet, okay? Now, repeating to you, please, this all coming from one place. I'm just trying to help you. All right. I'm trying to help you. And it doesn't need to be Pulse Chain. You can buy any other coin you want. Okay. I'm just using it as an example. Please think about where you were in March this year, because that's where the others index was and everything. Okay. So think about that place, and you can actually go and check out the others chart, which I'm going to do now, right here, okay? So this is the actual chart, you see? You see this part here, friends? You might find that, you know, where we are from here. See, this is where we were this year. It's going to be going up like that. Roughly where we were in March this year, you know. Were you in a dire financial situation? If you were, you're going to need a Jeet Stack. Because that might be the point, right? So if I show you that pulse chain chart, right here, right around here, that might be where it comes back, okay? So you never know. Maybe it shoots all the way up. Maybe it's just somewhere in this box, okay? So you can just literally draw this rectangle somewhere around there. What is that price, friends? It's around 2 to 3x day one sack. But I don't want you to be too like happy-go-lucky around that because it is possible. It doesn't have to stop here, you know, like just think about this. Look how low to the floor we were. This thing freaking still dropped 85%, you know, so like, do you want to take a chance if it hits like 7x day one sack? That's only going to stop 50. Whatever just comes all the way down here and taps 80. Okay, so that's what it would look like. We'll go wee. We'll go all the way to the top. Smack it down. Let's actually draw it here just so we can see. We come back up. And then, oh no, something happens. We come back down. And then so continues. Okay, that might be, okay, super cycle, actual continuation. So your Jeet Stack, man, that's what I'm telling you. Do you need a Jeet Stack? Think about it for yourself. You probably need a Jeet Stack. Oh, look, if you don't have money for a Jeet Stack, what you have to be doing is when we reach there, you got to get something out to cover yourself. But I can't tell you the answer. You want to know why? Because I'm not going to be held responsible if this is actually the start. If we actually go up, friends, and this is not a V bottom, but actually this is the start of another 3-year bear market, nah, no deal. Okay, no deal. I'm not being held responsible for that. That's up to you. Because you got to remember, man, like, if we go up there, if that's the top for the next 3 years, it's going to suck. And I know what everyone's going to do. They're going to go back, because everyone did this in the bear market. They go back to every single person who didn't tell them to click all out. Okay, click it all out. We already saw in my Telegram, Georgie comes out of nowhere and says, "Scammer, we should have sold." Like, Georgie, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Georgie, I told you, 2025, Habib. Go back into my videos. I never said we're getting out of 2024. And by the way, I'm wearing a Pikachu hat on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to tell your missus, well, watching this guy with a Pikachu hat on the internet, he told me, like, we're holding a 2025. It ain't going to fly too well. Do you understand? All I can do is try to tell you, okay, there's market-wide euphoria. Cut off your leverage. Pay credit card bills. Try get another 1 or 2 year worth of savings. I can hopefully do stuff like that. But absolutely no one's going to know the answer of what comes around the corner. Okay, you want to know how I know that? Because ain't a single person told me Pulse was going to drop 85% again from the start. And the people who did say that, guess what? They were doing all these other stuff that dropped 80% too. So basically, no one knows what the hell is going on and everyone's biased, okay? So if you're curious, fans, as well, if you actually look at his Jeet Stack, okay, you actually look at a Jeet Stack, what number would make sense? But look, man, I can't, there's no financial advice, but like, it's October 2024. Everyone's already all in. So if you got spare cash, okay, go for your life. Just most people are already all in now. You're just waiting for new people to come in. But I want you to think about what number would you be okay with relinquishing, selling, just so you could live to fight another day. But also, if it keeps going up without you, you're not too pissed off. I don't know that number for everyone. I feel like around 25% to 30% is reasonable. Is that? I feel like that number. So everyone's got a different USD portfolio. But I feel like, you know, if you get out around that number, 25%, and it keeps going up, like, oh, well, you know, you're sweet. But if you get nothing out, you might regret it. That's why I'm telling you, like, friends, everyone's in a different portfolio position. And look, man, I'm just going to be honest. You never know. Life comes at you. You might lose your job. You have life expenses come out. Medical expenses come out. You never know. Maybe some of you guys, you have a wife. Maybe she loses her job. Maybe your parents need help. Whatever it is, okay? Just kids growing up, things appear, okay? And by the way, the unemployment rate might tick up worse and worse as well. So it's going to hurt everyone altogether. It's not going to be crypto just goes down by itself. It's going to be crypto goes down. Stock markets are, getting dinked. Another war starts. Unemployment rate. Okay, so but it's not going to be bad at this top part. All right, if it comes up here and it stalls, it's not going to be bad. You understand? It's going to be everyone thinking the continuation is coming. So you're not going to be in a dire straight situation up there. All right, that comes later on. I'm just helping you prepare. Okay, so think about your Jeet Stack. Do you even need a Jeet Stack? I know a lot of people don't need a Jeet Stack, but there are many people who do. Think about your Jeet Stack now to add in. And yes, you've got to, I'll probably be reminding you throughout this area. Okay, hey, if you have a Jeet Stack, now's the time. Sell that Jeet Stack. Jeet it, because it's your Jeet Stack. And you're not allowed to buy back in. You pay that to yourself. You go to your bank account, you pay the government, and you leave that there, okay? Because mentally it helps you fight to live another day, all right? Because you remember, you've got the scenarios done left out. Remember, friends, up here, by the way, I'm just guessing, man. I'm just guessing, but this could be Bitcoin 100K, all right? And then this is very possible, right? Bitcoin goes down to 70K, okay? And then altcoins drop 80% again, just like they did here. You see that? And then Bitcoin goes back up, and we go back up, and then this thing continues up, and then you might have Bitcoin 250K. All right? Because, look, no one's talking about this, which tells me it's going to happen again, okay? It's the Bitcoin monthly candles, okay? No one's talking about this, friends. This is the Bitcoin monthly chart. Look what happened this year. Bitcoin stopped, but in the period of 6 months, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? So this was the 6 before the bounce. In 6 months, Bitcoin was only down 20 to 30%. Okay? So if I just told you before this market even started kicking off, I said, hey, Bitcoin's only going to be down 20% on its retracement in the Bitcoin halving run, you and I would have thought that, oh, sweet, altcoins are mad. Cool. Free money, easy ride, and we would have been wrong. You want to know why? Because it doesn't matter. We've now learned, okay, this is your friend Sommi Specialty Alpha. It does not matter how far Bitcoin goes down. All that matters is the red monthly candle frequency appearing, okay? How many red monthly candles did we have here, friends? 1, 2, 3. And look at this. Look at the pattern, by the way. You had red, green, red, green, red. So even though it was freaking moving nowhere, there were 3 red monthly candles. So I want you to think of a Bitcoin red monthly candle. It's like a signal to soy boy cucks out there that makes them feel really, really bad. And then they sell altcoins, no matter how low they are, and you have a piece of the pie leaving. They just walk away. And they just don't want to look at crypto anymore. They don't feel good anymore on a red monthly candle. You and I can't control that. So even though Bitcoin did, right, from these soy boy virgin cucks, red, green, red, green, red, it went nowhere. It like this candle, dude, 58K, dude. Friends, just imagine this. Imagine we go back to 2023, okay, and I'm telling you, hey, Bitcoin's 25K right now. Would you believe people are going to see a $58,000 Bitcoin? They're going to sell their altcoins and run away because they think it's really, really bad. You would never have guessed that, but that's exactly what happened. The price didn't even go anywhere. It was still red. So now imagining, friends, what I'm going to do now is, I know it's been a bit racist because of this red text, so I'm actually going to change it to a non-racist color. This is called turbo green. If we go up here to 100K, all right, Bitcoin doesn't even need to go down here to wipe out your alts, okay? We've now seen it. It can have a red monthly candle, green monthly candle, red monthly candle back down to like 70K, green, red. It can do that, okay? It can literally do that again. And this zone, friends, is that 80% correction in altcoins. Okay, even though Bitcoin went nowhere. You're looking at the chart like, wait a minute, why are altcoins down so much? Bitcoin's still in the 70 to 100K zone, right? Yeah, a lot of people think the bear market is now beginning, but we're still in the same zone, and you're going to be wondering why these things are going down. So I'm just helping protect you for that, okay? And what's that protection, friends? Your Jeet Stack. Think about your Jeet Stack. How big do you want it? It's spot, and I don't know how this works, by the way. I'm talking to 5% of people. I know when everyone's going to do the Jeet Stack. They're going to do it later. I don't want to hear about it. Okay, I don't want to hear about people throwing in their Jeet Stack leverage stuff up here. I know you're going to do it anyway. So the least I could do is at least when we get to that area and I'm like, hey man, trim off your leverage. Just trim it off. Okay, because spot, we can always pump it back. We can always pump it back. It's kind of funny, friends. You've seen it now. Look what Tron was able to do. It was able to come back. Who cares if spot coins go down? I mean, yeah, it hurts, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, what you really care about is if you're turbo long leverage and you need this thing to go up in 6 months. Okay, you need it because you're playing against time. You know when you borrow, friends, like you're paying a 30% per year interest rate. You know that's ridiculous. That's actually what happens in Bitcoin. That's your borrowing rate for coins. It goes like 15 to 25%. Altcoins are growing at 50% per year, pretty much. So think about that. You're giving away a third of your growth just to be turbo long leverage for 1 year. You need them to happen at that moment. And unfortunately, what we found is because everyone's a mid-curver, everybody does that same leverage at the same time, and they always get pinged out. Okay, so that trap will form again. We just don't know when. Okay, so Bitcoin, 100K or 250K? Well, I'm just helping you protect yourself against the 100K. Even if you can't afford a Jeet Stack, still, I'll do my best around there. I'm like, look, you know, Bitcoin, I don't think it's going down to zero, but if it stalls around the 100K and drains everyone out again in that new zone, altcoins will be down much, much lower in the next 6 months. Just think about this, man. Like in March, friends, it's been, oh my gosh, since we peaked in March, it's been 7 months, 8 months. We still haven't returned back to the March levels. Okay. So is it possible that, you know, Bitcoin's 100K in December this year, right? And altcoins peak in, say, between January and April next year. And then like by the end of next year, they're still down 80%. Yeah, it's possible. You want me to draw it? I'll draw it out here. It's actually this chart. So as Bitcoin goes up 100K, look at this. This is now September, October next year. And we're now hoping for that. And look, if you look at a log chart, friends, it still looks like it's trending up. Everything is trending up. You see a log chart? But look at this distance. This distance is like 75, 80%. It actually is trending up. But what's going to happen? Everyone's going to put the linear chart. They're going to be looking at that, okay? So I'm preparing you. This is what the linear chart looks like. You don't know what's coming in the future. This is what's going to look like. And everyone, Eric Wall, every person who's not long altcoins, doesn't matter what community you are, they're going to be laughing at this. They're going to be like, ha ha, you didn't get out when Bitcoin was 100K. Now it's over. And then, okay, then you're going to be literally watching my videos again, telling you, well, consensus is that we have a 3-year bear market, so I think Ethereum is going to lead the way in its 4th cycle, and we're actually going to charge up, okay? So you don't want to get to that point, though, okay? Don't forget your Jeet Stack. Think about it. Don't forget who loves you as well. Like, subscribe, belly button, all. Catch you soon.